Now this is another day, and we're going to set up some of the tents and things for the programs that are going to be done over the weekend, which is this event here. This is the actual ceremony of the community.
That man is playing, I can't remember the name of the flute, but that's a flute that's been played for centuries, and the sound is said to get the horses dancing.
Literally dancing?
Mm-hmm. So we're now in a procession that they're going to take from one of the elders' homes up through the mountains into the village. Now we've reached the village. This is the cook and her sister, our cook. And these were young children that were doing a traditional dance, the males and the females, young kids. That gentleman was from the north, invited down to participate. And these horses are now going to do the dance.
Now the ceremony that they're doing, Francisco was explaining to us that it hasn't been done, I think he said, in over 150 years in this community. So this ceremony involved a lot of explanation. During the entire thing, Francisco was on the mic, or someone was on the mic explaining what was going on, why, where it comes from, what its purpose is. The whole ceremony was essentially narrated over this really loud PA system. That's another fun thing about Ecuador. Everything is loud on the PA. Get it out.
We were being introduced to the community to participate in a section that was just designed for us. And so everything stopped, and we were invited to come out into the center of the community, and we then did our piece.
Now, it's been so long for this ceremony because of
Persecution.
Yeah, just life moving away from it, moving towards the church and away from the indigenous ceremonies. Now here's another neat thing about this ceremony. So the churches are focal points in many of the communities. Like this here, we're right outside the church. The church is it's actually a Spanish design. You know, you have your main square, and on one of the points you're going to have a church. And that's how the towns in Ecuador, and from what I've heard, the rest of South America, places that are affected by the Spanish conquest, their cities are built this way.
You know, when the church came in, the indigenous ceremonies were, you know, they were referred to as savage and as witchcraft, and so to be seen in public, to be supportive, could reflect on how they do with the church. So they may in their heart be very supportive of this, but showing not.
right.
Sure. So here we're doing a dance. They're creating the space for the dance and the ceremony. And there's a really important piece about what he's doing here. He's actually cutting his fingers, and it's a blood sacrifice because of the ritual and the time. This is like the ritual for Taita Carnaval is what it's called. And in the past, it was a blood ritual. And the purpose behind it was feeding Pachamama. The idea is that everything needs blood to live. So there would be blood sacrifices to feed. Yeah. There would be these blood sacrifices to literally feed the earth. So, you know, they would slaughter a cow, or I'm sure there were maybe even human sacrifices at one point. The Andean people did human sacrifices. But with time and influence and everything, blood sacrifices have become frowned upon for reasons that I'm sure we can all understand. So by him bringing this back and cutting his fingers and putting the blood and having that a part of the ritual, that's bringing something back that has been lost for a long time because of fear. And they also did sacrifice a chicken at this ritual. But that's the purpose behind this blood here. That was this particular ritual is focused on food and nourishment. Taita Carnaval. We're celebrating the flowering of the crops. We're celebrating the
the harvest.
No, it's not harvest time. Harvest time's coming up. Around when these guys come back is when we'll be dealing with the harvest more. This is just like more or less celebrating the complementary nature of giving and receiving food, nourishment. Hence the blood.
There's a Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there you go.